A mysterious signal cuts through the void of space, like a whisper from the unknown, the kind that never reaches human ears, or so humanity thought until now. It's faint but distinct, a pattern of radio waves reaching the most advanced monitoring stations on Earth. And no one knows what to make of it. Scientists initially dismiss it as random cosmic noise, but there's something about the signal that tugs at the curiosity of Dr. Elias Graham, a renowned scientist who's made a name for himself by studying deep space anomalies. His gut tells him this is no accident. The signal seems too intentional, too structured to be just a coincidence, something human-like in its precision and design. After weeks of investigation, the signal becomes impossible to ignore. Every attempt to decode it leads to more confusion. The data is unlike anything Earth has ever encountered. The patterns don't match known star formations or cosmic events. Nothing in the scientific community has an answer for this one. Dr. Graham is convinced that it's a message, but from whom? As the weeks pass, more signals follow, each one stronger than the last, sending ripples of excitement through the scientific community and a quiet sense of unease through the world's governments. The message is clear, but the source remains a mystery at this point. Only a select few even know about the signals, and most think it's nothing more than an interesting anomaly. But Dr. Graham's persistence eventually leads him to request a mission to investigate. He convinces a government body that this discovery could be far more significant than anyone imagined. The team is assembled quickly and sent on a mission to the farthest reaches of space. The journey is long and filled with anticipation as the crew aboard the exploration ship Zero Horizon drifts further into the unknown. They encounter strange space phenomena along the way, none of them quite like the signal itself, but each discovery pushes them further toward their destination. Their excitement grows as they approach the region from which the signal originates, and what they find when they arrive is unlike anything they could have prepared for. A massive derelict ship floats in the void, its silhouette casting an eerie shadow against the backdrop of distant stars. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than a giant space wreckage, but the closer they get, the more they realize it is something far older, far more significant than anything Earth has ever seen. The ship's hull is scared from battle, but even with its damage, it exudes a strange energy. Its very presence sends a chill down the spines of the crew members, who now find themselves staring at a mystery that could change everything. Dr. Graham stands at the front of the ship's observation deck, his mind racing with possibilities. The wreckage before them is not just a ship, it is evidence of an alien civilization that has long since vanished from the galaxy. But this ship has survived, and it carries with it the weight of its history. The implications of such a discovery are overwhelming. The crew is faced with an immediate question: how do they even begin to understand what they found, and more importantly, who left it behind? As the exploration crew begins their scans of the wreckage, strange readings emerge. The ship's technology is incomprehensible yet tantalizing, and Dr. Graham knows they've stumbled upon something far greater than a simple relic of the past. This is proof that humanity is not alone, that there are ancient beings out there who once roamed the stars, and whatever they left behind will reveal secrets that could unravel everything humanity thought it knew about its place in the universe. Back on Earth, news of the discovery is leaked to the highest levels of government and military, sending shockwaves through the political landscape. The world's top leaders are summoned to a secretive meeting to discuss the implications of the find. The discovery is so significant, so far beyond anything previously known, that every nation has a stake in its outcome. Dr. Elias Graham, now the center of worldwide attention, is called upon to explain his findings. He stands before the world leaders, his mind still racing with the possibilities of what lies ahead, as he tries to piece together the gravity of the situation. Humanity is not alone. Dr. Graham begins, his voice steady but filled with the weight of the revelation. What we found is not just a wreckage, but the remains of an advanced alien civilization, one that existed long before us. The technology aboard the ship is beyond anything we can comprehend, and yet it offers us a glimpse into a history we never knew existed. The room is silent as his words sink in. Leaders exchange uneasy glances, each of them processing the revelation in their own way. Some look on with awe, while others struggle to conceal their fear. There are whispers of the potential dangers this discovery poses. Could these beings have been hostile? Could their return mean disaster for Earth? And if this civilization was wiped out, who or what had done it? Dr. Graham's research indicates that the alien ship is far older than anything Earth has encountered, and its technology seems far ahead of anything currently existing on the planet. This raises an unsettling question. If these beings were so advanced, what could have possibly destroyed them? And more importantly, why was their presence erased from history? As the leaders debate, a growing sense of urgency fills the room. A decision must be made. Do they share this discovery with the world, or do they keep it hidden, knowing the chaos that such a revelation could bring? The fear of potential alien retaliation looms large. There is talk of preparing for an intergalactic war, a war that may have already begun without Earth's knowledge. One leader, a hardened military general, argues that the discovery should remain classified. "We can't risk causing panic," he says, his voice gruff. "This could be the beginning of something much larger than we're prepared for. We need to be ready for whatever comes next." Others, including some scientific advisors, argue that the truth must be revealed. Humanity has the right to know. One of them insists, "The implications for our future are too great. We must understand what happened to these aliens, and we must be prepared to face whatever comes next." Dr. Graham watches as the debate unfolds, feeling the weight of responsibility settle heavily on his shoulders. He knows that the discovery of the alien wreckage is only the beginning. What comes next could alter the course of human history forever. He had been driven by a sense of curiosity and the promise of knowledge, but now he realizes that this knowledge could be dangerous. The universe is far more complicated than he had ever imagined, and humanity's place in it is no longer as secure as it once seemed. As the meeting draws to a close, the world's leaders agree to form a special task force to investigate further. The team will be composed of top scientists, military experts, and political representatives, and their first priority will be to study the wreckage more thoroughly. There are still so many unanswered questions, and the risks are too high to ignore. The fate of humanity may very well depend on what they discover next. In the following days, the wreckage is transported to a high-security research facility, a massive underground complex designed for the most sensitive investigations. The team of scientists, led by Dr. Graham, begins the painstaking work of examining the alien ship in detail. Its hull, damaged but intact, is covered in strange markings that no one can decipher. The materials used to construct the ship are unlike anything found on Earth, and their molecular structure is both complex and foreign. The team's first task is to carefully analyze every component of the ship, but it's clear from the start that this won't be a simple process. Dr. Graham's team works tirelessly, scanning the wreckage with every tool at their disposal. They discover that the ship's systems, though damaged, are still functional in parts. Strange energy signatures pulse faintly from deep within the ship's core, and the team is both excited and cautious as they begin to explore. The alien technology appears to be far more advanced than anything humanity has developed, with systems that operate on principles completely alien to human understanding. After several days of careful investigation, Dr. Graham's team makes their first breakthrough. They discover a hidden compartment deep inside the wreckage, one that appears to have been deliberately sealed off. It's a small room, containing what seems to be a storage device, a kind of data core. It is heavily damaged, but not beyond repair. The core is a strange, crystalline structure, its surface shimmering with a faint otherworldly glow. The team sets to work immediately, attempting to retrieve the data stored within. As the core is slowly powered up, strange symbols begin to appear on their screens, symbols unlike anything in the human lexicon. Dr. Graham's heart races as he watches the display, realizing that they are on the verge of unlocking something monumental. The symbols are not just random data. They are a form of communication, a language from a civilization that existed long before humanity even began to walk the earth. The team works quickly, using advanced algorithms and artificial intelligence to begin decoding the language. Days pass, and the breakthrough comes in small bursts. It becomes clear that the language is not just a form of writing, but a complex system of data storage and transfer. Each symbol holds layers of meaning, a code that requires both patience and precision to crack. Dr. Graham is fascinated, driven by the knowledge that they are standing on the threshold of understanding an alien culture that may have existed for millions of years. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, the team decodes their first message. It's a fragment, but it offers a glimpse into the past of the alien civilization. The message is chilling in its implications. It speaks of an empire that once spanned entire galaxies, a powerful civilization that ruled with unmatched technology and influence. But the message goes further, revealing a startling truth. The alien race was not defeated by natural disaster or internal collapse. They were destroyed by something far more terrifying, an unknown force, one that eradicated them completely, leaving no trace of their existence. The discovery sends shockwaves through the team. Dr. Graham is left speechless, staring at the decoded message. He had suspected that the alien civilization's downfall was not a simple accident, but to learn that they were wiped out by an unknown force is something entirely different. The implications are profound. Whoever, or whatever, destroyed the alien empire may be out there, waiting. And if they are still active, the threat to humanity could be far greater than anyone had imagined. Dr. Graham realizes that they have only scratched the surface of the mystery. The wreckage has more secrets to reveal, and he knows that every answer could lead to more questions. The search for knowledge has only just begun, and with each new discovery, the stakes grow higher. As the days pass, the team uncovers more and more fragments of data from the alien ship's core. The initial excitement of their discoveries begins to give way to a growing sense of unease. Dr. Graham and his team continue to decode the alien language, and with each new message, the picture of the alien civilization becomes clearer. But it's not the technological marvels or the grandeur of their empire that captivates Dr. Graham the most. It's the unsettling hints about humanity's ancient connection to this lost civilization. The team stumbles upon a series of records detailing the alien empire's rise and fall. These records paint a picture of an advanced race that had once spread across the stars, conquering worlds and establishing vast colonies. Their technology was far beyond anything Earth had ever seen, capable of manipulating entire planets and star systems. Yet despite their dominance, the records tell of a war, a long and bitter conflict that spanned millennia. This war, as it turns out, was not with another alien species, but with something far more unexpected, an early form of humanity. Dr. Graham's heart races as he scans the newly decoded data. He can hardly believe what he's reading. According to the records, humanity's distant ancestors, in a time long before civilization had even begun on Earth, were not just survivors of a chaotic universe. They were warriors who fought against an advanced alien empire and ultimately played a pivotal role in its destruction. The idea that humanity could have once been a dominant force, one capable of challenging such an advanced civilization, is both thrilling and terrifying. Dr. Graham digs deeper, uncovering more fragments of the story. It appears that humanity's ancestors, whether by accident or design, had managed to develop advanced technologies that rivaled those of the alien empire. These technologies were unlike anything seen in Earth's recorded history. They were capable of devastating entire fleets and disrupting the aliens' control over their vast empire. But what is most chilling is the revelation that the war between humanity's ancestors and the alien empire had ended in a standoff, a draw. Both sides had suffered catastrophic losses, and the alien empire had ultimately retreated into the depths of space, leaving behind only the wreckage of their once mighty civilization. The war was not a victory for humanity, but a bloody stalemate. Yet this fact had been erased from history, buried beneath layers of time and forgotten by all but a few. Dr. Graham struggles to comprehend the full weight of this discovery. He realizes that this ancient conflict between humanity and the alien empire may have been the catalyst for the alien species' eventual downfall. The question now is whether humanity's ancestors had destroyed the aliens, or whether they had simply driven them into a retreat that allowed an even more dangerous force to finish the job. The team works through the night, piecing together the final fragments of the alien records. It's only then that they uncover the most terrifying discovery of all. The alien empire had not been destroyed by some natural catastrophe or internal decay. They had been eradicated by a force so powerful that it seemed to have been set in motion by the very actions of humanity's distant ancestors. The records speak of an ancient, unstoppable entity, a force that had been responsible for the destruction of countless civilizations across the galaxy. The entity was not a species, but a force of nature, an intelligence that destroyed any civilization that reached a certain level of technological advancement. The alien records indicate that this force had been the true cause of their extinction. And now, Dr. Graham realizes with growing horror, this entity may be coming for Earth. The implications are devastating. If this ancient force is still out there, if it is still active and watching, humanity's place in the galaxy may be far more precarious than anyone could have imagined. The aliens' downfall was not their own doing. It was the result of something far older, far more terrifying. And now, it seems, humanity has drawn the attention of this ancient, unstoppable force. The news of the discovery spreads like wildfire across the globe. For days, the media frenzy dominates headlines, and a mix of excitement and fear grips humanity. Governments, already on edge from the mounting tension surrounding the alien wreckage, find themselves at a crossroads. The revelation that humanity's distant ancestors had once engaged in a war with an alien empire, only for that empire to be destroyed by an unknown, unstoppable force, is nothing short of earth-shattering. The implications are profound, and many fear the worst, that Earth may be next. World leaders convene behind closed doors to discuss the future of humanity in light of these revelations. Dr. Graham, who had always been driven by a thirst for knowledge, now finds himself in the center of a storm he never anticipated. He watches as the discussions unfold, each leader offering their own opinions on how to handle the situation. Some argue for complete transparency, urging the world to prepare for what is coming. Others, more cautious, call for secrecy, suggesting that the discovery could incite panic on a global scale. We cannot allow fear to dictate our actions, one world leader insists. We have to prepare for war. The fact that humanity once fought and defeated an empire this powerful means we might have a chance against whatever wiped them out, but only if we're ready. Another leader, a more skeptical figure, shakes their head. This is exactly why we need to keep things under wraps. We don't know enough. The last thing we need is mass hysteria. If there's a threat, we must focus on finding out more, not scaring everyone into making rash decisions. Meanwhile, in the scientific community, Dr. Graham continues his work, trying to understand the full scope of the alien records. The more they uncover, the clearer it becomes that the force that destroyed the alien empire is not merely a threat. It is a phenomenon so powerful that it seems to have no equal. The aliens' records refer to it as the unseen, an entity that has wiped out countless civilizations across the galaxy, often without warning. And the most chilling part, this force seems to target species that have reached a certain level of technological advancement. Dr. Graham is now faced with the uncomfortable reality that Earth may be on the brink of becoming its next target. The military begins preparations for potential conflict, moving forward with plans to strengthen defenses and gather resources. While some factions continue to believe in the idea of preparing for battle, others remain cautious, opting instead to invest heavily in research, hoping to uncover any weaknesses in this unseen force. The idea that an unstoppable entity could be lurking in the depths of space, watching humanity's every move, is too overwhelming for many to accept. As the situation intensifies, Dr. Graham is approached by a select group of individuals within the military and intelligence agencies. They want him to help develop a new strategy based on the alien technology they've discovered. The hope is that the knowledge of this long-dead empire will offer some kind of advantage, whether in the form of new weaponry, defense mechanisms, or even an understanding of how to communicate with the unknown force. But Dr. Graham is hesitant. The more he learns about the aliens and their downfall, the more he realizes that this is not a problem that can be solved with technology alone. Humanity is facing an existential threat, one that cannot be fought with weapons or force. It is a challenge that requires a level of understanding and cooperation that humanity has never before needed. As the global powers struggle to determine their next steps, Dr. Graham grows increasingly aware of a painful truth. No matter what course of action is chosen, humanity will have to confront the reality of its place in the universe. The question now is not whether humanity can survive. It is whether humanity will be able to come together in the face of an unknown, unstoppable force that could threaten to erase them from existence. And as the days pass, the pressure mounts. Earth is running out of time to prepare. As Dr. Graham continues his research, the urgency surrounding the discovery grows with each passing day. The alien records paint a terrifying picture. The unseen is not just a force of nature. It is an intelligence, one that has systematically destroyed civilizations that have reached a certain technological threshold. Earth's place in the galaxy is now in jeopardy. Humanity's advancements in technology, once seen as signs of progress, are now the very thing that could trigger the wrath of this ancient entity. The realization sets in slowly but steadily. Humanity's achievements, the very things that had brought them to this point, may now be the cause of their downfall. Dr. Graham pores over the alien data, desperate to find any clue that might offer a solution. But with every new translation, the situation becomes clearer. This entity, this unseen, is relentless. It is a force that does not negotiate, does not make exceptions. It simply eliminates those who reach a certain level of power, wiping them out without remorse. Dr. Graham's sense of dread deepens when he uncovers more details about the aliens' last days. The records reveal that the alien species had fought desperately to stave off the unseen's advance, but all their efforts were in vain. No technology, no defense, no weapon could stop it. The alien empire, once a dominant force in the galaxy, was reduced to ashes. And now, Earth is on the brink of becoming the next target. The knowledge that humanity could be facing the same fate shakes Dr. Graham to his core. He realizes that the answers he's been seeking may not be on Earth at all. The alien civilization's records contain references to a location deep within the galaxy, a place where the unseen was first encountered. It's a distant, isolated region, one that has been largely ignored by explorers due to its inhospitable nature. But Dr. Graham knows that if humanity is to survive, they must find this place. The key to understanding the unseen, and possibly defeating it, may lie there. A new mission is quickly organized, a deep space expedition to travel to the coordinates indicated in the alien records. The mission will be led by Dr. Graham himself, alongside a small but elite team of astronauts, scientists, and military personnel. The goal is simple: reach the source of the unseen's origin and uncover whatever secrets may be hidden there. But the risks are astronomical. The journey will take years, and there is no guarantee of success. In fact, there is a very real possibility that they may not return at all. As the team prepares for the mission, Earth's governments continue to wrestle with the decision of how to respond to the growing threat. Some call for a full-scale military buildup, urging humanity to fight back with whatever they have. Others believe that the only chance for survival lies in understanding the unseen and finding a way to stop it before it's too late. The world is divided, but one thing is certain: time is running out. Dr. Graham watches as the preparations unfold, torn between the weight of his mission and the knowledge that the fate of Earth now rests on his shoulders. As the team boards the experimental ship, the Zero Horizon, and sets its course for the unknown, Dr. Graham can't shake the feeling that they are walking into the heart of darkness. The alien records have shown him the destructive power of the unseen, but what lies ahead is still a mystery. The ship's engines hum as it begins its journey, leaving Earth behind. The vast expanse of space stretches out before them, filled with both the promise of discovery and the terror of the unknown. Dr. Graham stares out into the infinite void, his thoughts a mixture of hope and fear. If they succeed, they may unlock the secrets that could save humanity. If they fail, they may be the last generation to know the beauty of the stars. The journey to the distant coordinates indicated in the alien records takes the team of astronauts, scientists, and military personnel into uncharted space. The Zero Horizon cuts through the void, its sleek hull reflecting the pale light of distant stars. The crew knows they are venturing into dangerous territory, a place where no human has gone before. The mission is shrouded in secrecy, and the stakes could not be higher. If they succeed, they might find a way to stop the unseen and save Earth. If they fail, humanity's fate could be sealed. For weeks, the team works in silence, each person grappling with the weight of their task. Dr. Graham spends countless hours poring over the alien records, trying to understand the nuances of the information they've uncovered. The more he reads, the more he realizes that the alien empire's downfall was not simply the result of a powerful force. It was a calculated, methodical erasure of entire civilizations. The unseen does not destroy randomly. It eliminates those that pose a threat to the cosmic balance, and humanity, it seems, is on the brink of becoming the next target. As the Zero Horizon ventures deeper into space, the crew encounters strange phenomena. Nebulae swirl in vibrant colors, and the gravitational pull of unknown celestial bodies creates minor disturbances in their trajectory. Yet, amidst the beauty of the cosmos, an unsettling tension hangs in the air. The team knows they are nearing the region where the unseen was first encountered, and the closer they get, the more the unknown seems to weigh on them. One night, as Dr. Graham sits alone in his quarters, staring at the star-filled expanse through a small viewport, he feels a chill that has nothing to do with the cold of space. He's haunted by the records, by the knowledge that the unseen is out there, waiting. Could humanity stand a chance against it? Could they find a way to stop it before it's too late? He doesn't know the answers, but he knows they must try. The alternative is too horrifying to consider. The next day, the crew receives an unexpected transmission. It is a garbled signal, faint and distorted, but the language is unmistakable. It's the same alien language they've been decoding back on Earth. At first, the message is unclear, but with every passing hour, the team works to improve the signal. As they decrypt it, the crew realizes it is a warning, an urgent plea for help. The message describes a group of survivors, alien beings who had managed to escape the unseen's wrath. They have found a way to hide, to survive in the depths of space, but the threat is still out there, still hunting them. The message speaks of an ancient artifact, a relic of the alien empire that could potentially counteract the unseen's power, but the artifact is hidden deep within the heart of a black hole, a place where no ship has ever returned from. The message is cut off abruptly, leaving the crew with more questions than answers. Dr. Graham realizes the truth. They are not just looking for a way to understand the unseen. They are looking for the key to stopping it. And the only way to do that may lie at the center of the most dangerous phenomenon known to science. The discovery leaves the crew in stunned silence. They know the risks, but they also understand that this may be humanity's last hope. The path ahead is filled with uncertainty, and the danger is unimaginable. But the mission must continue. The Zero Horizon changes course, heading toward the black hole, knowing full well that they are venturing into the unknown, with the survival of all humanity at stake. As the ship moves closer to its destination, the tension among the crew escalates. The closer they get to the black hole, the more the ship is buffeted by gravitational forces. Time seems to stretch and warp. They are entering a realm where the laws of physics break down. The ship's systems struggle to maintain stability, and the crew fights to stay focused. They know that failure is not an option. There is no turning back now. The Zero Horizon approaches the black hole, its engines straining against the immense gravitational pull. The ship's systems flicker as they near the event horizon, where time and space seem to warp beyond comprehension. The crew is tense, their eyes glued to the instruments and the viewport, knowing that one wrong move could spell disaster. The black hole is a region of space where no one has ever ventured and survived, and the unknown artifact they are searching for is hidden somewhere within its grasp. Dr. Graham stands at the helm, his mind racing. The message they intercepted had been clear. The artifact is their only hope. But how can they possibly retrieve it from the heart of such a powerful force? He watches as the stars outside the ship's windows begin to stretch and distort, the fabric of space bending in ways that defy all logic. He knows they are treading on the edge of human understanding. "Prepare for the gravity well," the ship's captain, Commander Helen Ward, says, her voice steady but filled with tension. "Everyone brace yourselves. We'll need to rely on the ship's auto-stabilizers to keep us in one piece." The crew secures themselves in their seats as the Zero Horizon begins to shudder. The gravitational forces are immense, pulling at the ship from every direction. Despite the ship's advanced design, the stress on its structure is overwhelming. Dr. Graham feels a cold sweat trickle down his spine as the ship continues its descent toward the black hole. They are so close now. Too close. "All systems are holding," the ship's chief engineer reports. "But we're running on the edge of what this ship was designed to withstand. If anything goes wrong, we won't be able to escape." Dr. Graham takes a deep breath. He knows this is it. The team has come this far, and there is no turning back now. The artifact may be the key to humanity's survival, but it could just as easily be the tomb for everyone aboard. They are walking into the unknown, risking everything on a gamble that could either save the planet or bring about its end. The ship finally reaches the event horizon, the point of no return. Space seems to twist and ripple around them, and the crew watches in awe and terror as time itself seems to slow. Outside the viewport, the stars have stretched into long, jagged lines, and everything beyond the black hole seems like an infinite blur. There is no telling what lies beyond, but Dr. Graham knows they must proceed. Suddenly, the ship's sensors detect something extraordinary. In the depths of the black hole, amid the swirling chaos of gravity and light, a faint signal pulses. It's weak, barely detectable, but it is unmistakably the same alien language they've been decoding. It's coming from within the black hole itself. "Commander," Dr. Graham says, his voice filled with urgency. "That's it. The artifact is inside. We need to enter the Singularity's event horizon to retrieve it." Ward nods grimly. "We're already committed. Let's make it count." With a final push, the Zero Horizon plunges into the black hole's depths, the ship rattling violently as they enter the Singularity. Time and space warp around them, and the crew feels the pressure of the immense forces trying to tear them apart. The hull groans under the strain, but they keep moving forward, guided by the faint signal. They are close now, closer than they have ever been to the artifact. Inside the heart of the black hole, a structure begins to take shape. It's not natural, but an artificial construct, something designed by an intelligence far beyond humanity's comprehension. The team, their hearts racing, prepares to make the final approach. As the ship nears the artifact's location, Dr. Graham feels a sense of awe and terror overwhelm him. The alien relic is beyond anything they could have imagined. It is a device that seems to pulse with energy, its surface shimmering in an otherworldly glow. The closer they get, the more the ship begins to experience strange phenomena. Distortions in time, sudden flashes of alien imagery, and whispers in a language they can barely comprehend. But they are too far in to stop now. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance. Dr. Graham gives the order, and the team moves into position to extract the artifact. As they prepare for the final stage of their mission, they know that this is the moment that will decide everything. If they succeed, they might just have the power to stop the unseen. If they fail, humanity's story could come to a tragic end. The future of Earth now lies in their hands.